Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is DinoSasha here, and welcome back to another review. And today we're going to take a look at the figure. It is the CollectA 2021 Kamuysaurus. Now Kamuysaurus, which means Kamui lizard, is a genus of herbivorous Edmontosaurini Saurolophus hadrosaur dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period, about 72.4 to 70.9 million years ago. What is known as the live in a town of Fukuisaurus, Hokkaido in Japan. Now the length is about 8 meters long and weight is about 5.3 tons. Now, despite being a hadrosaur, there are completely different two among them. Now, Kamuysaurus are much more related to Edmontosaurus, belonging in the tribe Edmontosaurini. Now, and Kamuysaurus has a distinctive features, which is living in Japan because of its known natural genus. And its known species, Kamuysaurus japonicus, and that's how this creature goes by the name. Now, the herbivores mainly eat plants, and it was discovered by paleontologists that this creature has been drowned up in the ocean before the sharks may come in or feeding it on the feast. Now, let's talk about the sculpt on this figure. Now, this figure is a relatively small, but I cannot see very well, but there you go. This figure is a bit small, but I like how this design looks. And now, I'm thinking this sculpt is really good, because this is a really good information of this little dinosaur. Now, I'm kind of like how it's sculpted on this hadrosaur. Now, it is really small dinosaur, but I believe this is a really kind of small figure, but I still like how this looks. Look magnificent, looks very nice, and I'm thinking this is a really cool figure in my opinion. And yes, this is a really very charming and good looking figure. Now, hadrosaurs are supposed to be aggressive in nature, but yeah, that's my main point. But the pose is like a really cool pose. It's just doing on a different pose, but this is kind of very okay for me. Now, about something different, all of those is just how magnificent it is. Now, it is about something else we can do. It's about details. It is a smooth details, but not as smooth as the back. It's a little rough on the spikes on each of it, which is a little bumps on the edge. But yeah, this kind of very different for me. But I like the details because this is just magnificent for me. Well, I get it. So I basically just thought the details is alright. Now, I like the details. It's just not the same. But anyway, moving to color scheme. It is a color scheme that looks resemblance of the Madagascar day gecko, I think. It is green in color, yellow on the side of its face, belly or tail, and a whitish underbody. And there's a cloaca, which is all figures have. And red bumps all over its neck, body, and tail. And yes, and even a crest on it, which is really different from me. Now, about something else with the figure, which is head. It is yellow striping, green head, and I have a resemblance that this creature has a relatively cool head. And yes, that's the figure's main issue. It has a grayish beak. Now, it is brownish beak. But I think this is a very, very executive small figure. But yes, I can see the tongue is sculpted very well. But yeah, that's a main issue with it. So, I mainly have it, but still, it is a really nice figure. Now, let's check out something else, the accuracy. Now, it is portrayed as scientifically accurate dinosaur, and doesn't have a problem with it. So, mainly figures have been a smallized, but still, it is a really small, but very accurate figure. So, let's bring up a ruler, so let's get this to measure. Comes from the length, from the tip of the snout, always tip of the tail. We're looking at about 5.5 inches, and which is only at about, well, I'm guessing it's 13 centimeters, and the height on top of the tail, we're looking at about 2 inches, and which is only at about 4.5 centimeters. 4.5 centimeters. Now, for comparison, I'm going to bring up some other Hadrosaur and Iguanodon figures. Here's some of my other Hadrosaur and Iguanodon figures. There is the 2020 CollectA Fukuisaurus. Now, it is recently released, but this one already came earlier. So, that makes sense. So this Fukuisaurus, that one, it's an Iguanodon, and the other was a Hadrosaur for the Kamui. And I'm gonna link this Fukuisaurus in the description box down below if you know it. And there's another Iguanodon, and that is a CollectA 2018 Mentalosaurus, which is another Iguanodon, for my opinion. And another comparison, and here's some of my even larger Hadrosaurs. Here is the big old Papo 2005 Parasaurolophus. Now, it is really huge, in my opinion. It is, like, bigger than a Kamui. Now, I'm gonna link this Parasaurolophus in the link in the description box down below. And for another, here's the it is the Schleich 2022 Parasaurolophus. It's already recently released figure. And for another great comparison, it is the PNSO 2020 Lambeosaurus, which is a completely different Hadrosaur. And I'm guessing this is how completely different specimens. And for a final rating, I'm gonna give this little dino a 9 out of 10, which is not bad at all. But most people reviewing this figure because it's really small, but really cool in my opinion. But anyway, it's just my main theory. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss the video, and leave a comment below. And I hope you see you for another review about the CollectA 2021 Megalosaurus in Ambush. Goodbye everyone, and see you all next time.